Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. This is the match reaction to what turned out to be a very, very disappointing day at the Stadium of Light. And to be fair, Sunderland probably deserved the point, if we're being brutally honest. 2 mistakes cost them in this game. Literally 2 mistakes. And for them, luckily, they got the late equaliser that they deserve. But we're going to break down the game, man. We're going to break it down. So the first half, if we're being honest, from an Arsenal standpoint, the atmosphere kind of overruled us. We looked like we was getting rushed. We looked like we was getting on tops in this game. But all in all, we went into the break 1-0 down. It weren't the worst. It could have been worse. It could have been 2, or it could have even been 1-1. William Saliba had the opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net, and he kind of rushed the opportunity. And you would expect that from a centre-back. If he scored that volley, half volley, then you'd be like, wow, what a strike. But it is a bit disappointing. But these things happen in football. So how I saw that first half was very pedestrian. A lot of slow passing, sideways passing, not winning the first and second balls. And that's how even the goal came. Long ball played towards the edge of the box. Declan Rice is jostling with Ballard. Ballard goes up. Declan Rice kind of cowers away from the ball. The ball bounces in the box. And then I think it comes to, it might have been Isidore. Isidore plays it back to Ballard. Declan Rice doesn't track the runner. And then Ballard takes a nice touch and slaps it into the top corner. 1-0 down. And you're fearing the worst for Arsenal. You're fearing the worst. But that was probably about, I think, 15, 17, maybe even 20 minutes into the game. It weren't until like the 30th minute mark where we grew into the game. Then we had that Saliba chance, but we started playing football. And then the half-time whistle came. You're just thinking, how are Arsenal going to come out? Surely they can't come out and play with the same level of intensity that they did in the first half. And lo and behold, we didn't. We came out and started making chances straight away. There was shots. Saka had the effort. Eze had the effort. We were actually moving Sunderland around. And that's what happens. When you play fast, against low blocks or teams that play with 5 at the back, you need to move the ball quick. You can't be slow and pedestrian. And then it took a little while, but we got the goal that we were waiting for. And it was from a Sunderland mistake. Sunderland, I think it was Enzo Lefebvre, he tried to do some silly play on the somewhere halfway in his half. He done it in the first half. In the first half, he tried to play like a no-look pass on the edge of his box, and then Eze left foot shot over the bar. But then this one, Declan Rice took it. I think it went to Eze, to Merino. Merino played it into Saka. 1-1. Great finish from Saka. Great way of pass for Merino. And that's also another thing. Speaking of Merino, in that first half, we kind of looked like we needed that pace in behind, because we had Trossard, Saka and Merino. You wouldn't really associate pace with them. Gyökeres, for what he might not bring in terms of quality, you'd say, on the ball, but what he does bring is the ability to stretch a defence. And Sunderland, they kind of had it easy. And more so, that's why you needed to play passes quick. And that's what we done. We also were good on the press. And that's how this game, the goal came about. Then we continued pressing for the goal. Zubimendi had the effort off the bar. We were having chances. And then I was saying, it's going to be a piece of individual brilliance, or maybe a young G that comes on to sort of produce something in this game. And then Trossard, step up, hold my beer, Leandro Trossard. Wow. So the ball comes to Trossard. He's toward the edge of the box. You're thinking, not much is going to happen from this moment forward. Calafiori makes an overlapping run on the outside. One of the defenders of the midfield, I'm not sure who it was, he was too interested in Calafiori's run. There was a defender covering that run. He's too busy pointing that way. And then he takes 2 steps to his right, which allowed Trossard a route in the inside. Trossard took 2 touches and slapped it in the top corner. And then you're thinking, we just got to see it out. We just got to see it out. I was saying to the missus, listen, we need to score kind of late. I don't want to score too early because Sunderland, they're going to get opportunity to come back into the game. And this is about 80 minutes in now. You're thinking, oh boy, oh God, the boys are looking tired. They started to look a bit leggy, and you're turning to your manager, Mikel Arteta, make the subs. I've been very, very complimentary of Mikel Arteta since that Manchester City game. He seems to have got everything right. He hasn't seemed to have put a foot wrong. But if we're being honest, he definitely got it wrong. He didn't make the subs when they were required. He only made 1 substitution in this game, and the boys paid the price. They paid the price. We also started defending inside our box. We're camping inside our box. You're meant to protect your box. Be on the edge of the area and wait for them to get inside the box. Defend it. Protect that box. Do not wait in the area, because we know Sunderland. They're very dangerous in the air. And what happened? The ball comes in the box. They win the first ball. And then they win the second ball. And Gabriel, once again, just like with Walter Maida, just like Erling Haaland, when he got too close, he was very, very naive. He's too interested in fighting. He's fighting with the striker. And the striker was not having it. He's like, yo, I go to the gym too, big man. Held him off. He's lucky it weren't a penalty. And it was a great finish. It was sort of an overhead. Obviously, a point away at Sunderland isn't the worst result. We would have wanted all 3 points. We didn't get it. But we move. We wait to see what happens in the Manchester City vs Liverpool game. Hopefully it's a draw, so nobody gains points on the other. Ideally, we would have wanted a win, but we didn't. So now we're just kind of waiting to see what happens in that game. We've got the international break. Tottenham after it. Hopefully, we go into it still with a 6-point gap, because currently Chelsea's in second with 6 points. If it's a draw, then I believe it will be Manchester City that goes 6 points behind us and Liverpool 7. So people, it's not the result we wanted, but we must remain calm. Take it 1 game at a time. It's a long old season. The clean sheet record's gone, but it was always going to go. We weren't going to not concede for the whole season. So just remain calm and take it 1 game at a time, as I said. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel. Road to 1k, we're about 13 away, so make sure you hit the like button, people. I'm out. Bless.